morning, St. Pius. This is Serena Stetzer
and Ben Schmidt with your morning announcements. Today we celebrate the feast of St. Jerome Emiliani. Careless and irreligious soldier for the city-state of Venice, Jerome was captured in a skirmish at an outpost town and chained in a dungeon. In prison, Jerome had a lot of time to think, and he gradually learned how to pray. When he escaped, he returned to Venice, where he took charge of the education of his nephews and began his own studies for the priesthood. In the years after his ordination, plague and famine swept northern Italy. Jerome began caring for the sick and feeding the hungry and serving the sick and poor. He founded 3 orphanages, a shelter, and a hospital. Jerome died in 1537 from a disease he caught while tending the sick. He was canonized in 1767. In 1928, Pius XI named him the patron of orphans and abandoned children.
Choir auditions will take place after school in the choir room, room 109, on Thursday the 11th, beginning at 12:30 p.m. immediately after school. There is a sign-up for audition times on the door of the choir room.
There will be an informational meeting for students interested in taking philosophy next year tomorrow at 7:20 a.m. in the library. Please see Mr. Scroggum or Mr. Coakley if you have any questions.
Students, please check your lunch balance if it is negative. Please see Miss Withrow for payment arrangements.
Seniors, please send a baby picture, a grade school picture, and a current picture to Andrew Cangelosi. Also, you can send in any pictures of important high school memories.
Today at 3:30 after school, there will be a meeting for the SPX drumline. Please go if you are interested.
Happy birthday today to Cheyenne Morris and Michael Swope.
Today's lunch is Italian steak.
And now we go to Pete Haas with today's story.
Good morning, St. Pius. This is Pete Haas reporting from the library, where you need to go if you're on the dial list. Here to talk about the dial list is Mr. Gardner.
The dial is, first of all, it is the daily incomplete assignment list. So it is something that we use here at St. Pius X to keep track of anybody's incomplete assignments or incomplete tests or anything of that nature that they have not turned in on time to their teacher. The dial works this way. The teacher, once they notice that there's an incomplete assignment or an incomplete test, they will mark that as such in their grade book, and then it will appear on the dial. And then the dial is generated every morning, typically at first hour. And the kids are then supposed to check in with us at the dial at the either at study hall, if we have study hall on that day, or at seminar on that day, so that we can make sure that they know what their assignments are, when they're due.
Mr. Gardner explains how to know if you're on the dial.
It's real simple. Go up and ask your teacher, Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so, would you please open up the dial and check to see if my name is on there? And if the name is on there, then they just need to either report to the library if it's a study hall day, or to my room if it's a seminar day. Just one thing we want to make very clear to all the students is this, that if their name appears on the dial, it is the student's responsibility to check in. It is not their teacher's responsibility to tell them. It is their responsibility.
Have a chill day, St. Pius.